In March of last year, Dua Lipa came out with a song called Love Again, and as I was listening to that, I noticed one of the tracks in it sounded really familiar, and I did some digging and I found a little bit of an interesting story tied with it on today's episode of Star Wars Nerds and Geeks. Sampling music is when you take somebody else's music that they created and you use it in your own song, and you ask permission for them to do this, of course. And when you get permission, you just take their music and you use it in your own song. So first, let's take a listen to Dua Lipa's Love Again and the part of it that has the sampled music. Now, I originally thought this was from a song called Your Woman by Whitetown. And that song actually does use this music. However, it's not the original one. The original song to use this music is called My Woman. And I don't bring all this up because it's just interesting, but there's another reason. There is another song that actually sounds really similar to all this. Yeah, isn't that interesting how similar they sound? And to somebody who's like me and is not that good at distinguishing subtleties in music, you'd hear them and they sound almost pretty much the exact same, and you'd assume that John Williams sampled the track from My Woman. But if you look it up, you see that John Williams never credited My Woman as a track that he sampled. So what's going on here? If John Williams did sample the music, then it would be like he's stealing this music, because he did not give the people who originally created this music, he did not give them credit for the sample. So what's going on? Well, I did a little looking into this, and what's really interesting is that these two pieces of music sound very, very similar. Yes, they sound extremely similar, but if you were to actually look at the sheet music for each of these songs, for each of these parts, they're different, meaning that John Williams didn't actually sample this music. Did he listen to the music and that's what gave him inspiration for this? Maybe. Did he just come up with a cool beat that sounded similar to this other song? Maybe. I mean, like, there's so many possibilities as to what actually happened here, and I don't think there's really a good way to know unless you're to actually talk to John Williams, which is probably not going to happen on this channel, unfortunately. And that's about all I got for this topic, which I want to talk more because this is a very interesting topic, but I don't know what else to say. It's really just all out there. John Williams ended up creating a song, The Imperial March, and it has a part of it that sounds similar to My Woman, but they have no relation in reality. They just happen to sound similar. What's interesting is there have been a lot of people that have noticed this, that they sound similar, and have accused John Williams of stealing this music, but when you investigate it further, you actually can see that the music is different, the sheet music is different, meaning that they aren't the same music, meaning that John Williams didn't steal this music. But even so, it's interesting that these two pieces of music sound so similar that there might be some sort of connection there. There's probably some sort of story there. And if there is a story there, I'm going to try and find it. I'm going to be investigating into this, researching into this to see if I can find a story. And if I find a story, I'll report to you about it and I'll tell you all about it. And if you know about a story going on here, tell me about it in the comments, because I would love to know about it and I would love to talk about it. But that's about all I've got for today. Now, I promise I'm not going to leave again for another several months with no videos, but there probably won't be one next week. I don't know when the next video is going to be coming out, but I promise it won't take another several months for it to come out. And with that, I think that's going to wrap up this episode. Thank you all for watching, and as always, this is Star Wars Nerds and Geeks signing off. See you all next time.